Welcome to the Camunda Expert Training Series from capbpm.com. I'm Max Young, a Camunda Certified Developer. Capital BPM is a niche company that focuses on migrating source code, BPM, UI, and integration from legacy technologies to Camunda source code. We want to help everyone embrace open source BPM. If you like this content and want more, reach out at info@capbpm.com or find our Cloud Migration podcast on Apple Podcasts. Who is this training for? This video series is for competent Java developers who want to get up to speed quickly with Camunda at a technical level. You need to have the following things installed in order to be successful: the JDK, the Camunda Modeler, Postman, Maven, and Eclipse. This video is going to show you how to get started with a Camunda Spring Boot project. The first thing I'm going to do is navigate over to start.camunda.com, set up my project, give it a name, tutorial 1. Choose the Camunda platform version that I want, the version of Spring Boot, what I want to do for the memory, and the Java version that I want. I'm going to click the REST API, the web apps, and spin. I'm not going to use assets right now, and I'm going to provide a username and password that I'm going to use in order to log in to the console once it's generated. I click on Generate Project, show it up, I am going to make sure I have the path, and then I'm going to go over to Eclipse and import that project. It's a Maven project. Put in the path. Click open. And there we go. So what we've just done is actually created a Spring Boot project that is optimized and ready to go for Camunda. And we've just imported it into Eclipse. Now, in order to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is a Maven update. And while that's happening, let me show you what you have here. So within this, you have a conventional Spring project. And you also have a starter project, which is the process application that's embedded in the starter boot application. I'm going to keep this for now and maybe just put in another step right here, another user task, and call this the max step. Save it and come back over to my console. And I am going to build it. I'm going to do a Maven clean install. And once that's done, I'm going to do a Maven Spring Boot run. And just like that, you'll see that I have an instance of Camunda running with the credentials that I provided. And if I go into the cockpit, you can actually see that the process I created was deployed. Now I'm just going to go and put in a very simple delegate. Again, just to demonstrate how quickly this can work. So for right now, I'm going to go over here, create a class, call it delegate 1. I'm just going to implement the Java delegate class, create a logger, and override the execute method so that I can actually put a message out there. Now that I have this done, I'm going to go back to my model, change max step to a task, change max step to a service task, make the implementation a Java class, put in the name of that Java class, save it. I'm going to come back, rebuild my application, and then run it. And what you're going to see here shortly is that just by doing this, I've actually got this new application deployed along with my new code. So I can go to my deployments and see here that the new process actually has this as a task now. And if I come over here, switch over to my task list, start a process, give it a business key, go back to cockpit. You can see here now that I have a process running. It's on step 1. And if you come back over here, you'll see that it actually has my code. So within 6 minutes, you can get started and deployed with a Camunda application that's been twice deployed. That's pretty impressive. Kudos to Camunda. Thank you for joining us today. We'd like to hear from you at info@capppm.com, receive a comment on our content, or have you visit our site at capppm.com. If you've been thinking about Camunda, we can probably help. That's info@capppm.com.